Hi there, Storemapper folks. This is a quick introduction to using the Google Docs synced spreadsheet functionality, which is available to premium subscriptions. So once you contact us and request a Google Drive sync setup, you'll notice when you log back into your dashboard, you'll see this button, which used to say bulk upload, now says Drive sync. And so this is where you can access your sync spreadsheet. Got two options here to open your spreadsheet or to sync from that spreadsheet. So first, you'll open your spreadsheet, and you will have a prepared Google Doc, which is in the same format that we use for the bulk uploads. Now, preparing this works exactly the same as preparing a bulk upload, so it follows the same constraints. So every row, I'll just quickly go over them for you. Every row has to have a name and an address. The address should be, all in one line, just the full address, not split up into columns or split into multiple lines. And then the rest of these are all optional. So phone number, email, URL. Remember to include the HTTP that :/ in the URL so that it will redirect to the right page. Add your description of less than 140 characters. You can add a category for the checkboxes. You have your 3 custom fields for whatever you want, an image URL for a logo, latitude, longitude, and ID. Obviously, these 3 things can be set by Storemapper, so they'll sync both ways. So after your location, so when you enter a new location, you won't have latitude, longitude, or ID. After you geocode them, we will add the latitude and longitude, and we'll add the Storemapper ID so that it doesn't ever create a duplicate. So you don't generally want to mess with these after they've been set by Storemapper. The way that it works is very simple. So right now, all of these locations are synced, and they will be exactly the same as my Storemapper database right here. If I want to make some edits, for example, let's say I want to add a URL to every single one of these, I can just add it like this, and I can use all my normal Google Docs functions to continue to add that. And I can make these edits. So let's say I just want to make some changes, and then I go back here, click Drive Sync, and click Sync Spreadsheet. And after I click that, it'll happen in the background, so you'll get an email that will say, your stores have been synced, and these locations will all be updated with that information. So you can do any kind of edits you need just like that. Adding a new location is equally simple, so you can just add it to the bottom. So you can paste it in here. You can add some more rows if you need to, paste in a whole bunch of new locations all the way down here, all these guys. And again, now you'll leave both of these blank. You'll go back again, Drive Sync, sync the spreadsheet, wait a minute or two, you'll get an email that says it's complete, and you'll see that these locations have been added to your database, and also will add to the spreadsheet the appropriate ID and latitude and longitude, which you can then go back and edit later. You can also, if you happen to know the latitude and longitude, you can go ahead and enter it, and Storemapper will handle that properly. It'll just use whatever you enter instead. That's basically it. And the only other thing to note is that you can essentially use this Google Doc just like you can any other Google Doc. So you can go to share, and you can invite other participants to edit. You can use track changes. You can add other tabs if you want and do whatever you want here. It's just important to know that it needs to be the first tab needs to remain in our primary format, and this needs to be all raw data. So you don't want to be using formulas in this particular page. Now, you can on other sheets. For example, if you've got, let's say your raw data source has your address split up like that, into multiple columns, state, city, or something like that. So you can do some calculations here. You can say full address is, 123 State Street, Naples, Florida, Naples, right? You can do some calculations here. So you can say, all right, we're going to concatenate, this address by adding these things together. And so we're going to get that full address. And then what you can do is you can copy this, go back to your main area here, and you can use paste special, right? So you want to do edit, paste special, values only, or on a Mac you can do Command Shift V, and that will just paste the raw data here. So you need to make sure that all this is actually just data, but you can use other sheets, other formulas, whatever is helpful for you on other tabs. Just make sure it's the first tab. So you don't want to do this, right? You want to make sure that it's the first tab, that it's only this format, and then it's only raw data. But that is basically it. So as I mentioned, this is a premium feature that we need to set up manually for you. We'll create this sheet and then invite you to it. So when you click on bulk upload, you'll see the option to email us, but you can always email us and ask us at help@storemapper.co. Thanks.